welcome to The Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that thanks you for the lovely evening, but now would like you to take it home because it's cold. My name is Cody, and today I'm taking a look at Downfall of Pompeii. Now, this is a game that is all about...
Shine your shoes, Governor!
What? No, I'm in the middle of something. Go away.
Oh, please, sir! If I don't bring any money back to the orphanage, they'll beat me! And give me a slightly more disgusting cup of gruel!
I have a strict policy about giving to 19th century street urchins.
Oh? What's that?
I don't.
Oh, please, sir! No drudgery is beneath me! I'll clean your floors, I'll pick up stable droppings, I'll review a board game,
Wait a minute. Did you just say that you'd review a board game?
Oh, I would, sir. Even though it would bring shame on myself and further exclude me from the elite circles of the orphanage. For only the lowest of the low of the low would review board games. I see you've got a board game there, sir. Would you like me to review it with you?
Yes, let's review a board game. Today, we're taking a look at Downfall of Pompeii from Mayfair Games. And here to help me is that, what did you say your name was again?
Why, I'm Tolliver Whist.
Tolliver here is going to help me.
It's better than a beating. So what's this game about, anyway?
Well, Tolliver, in Downfall of Pompeii, 2 to 4 players attempt to save the most citizens from the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. That's the volcano that overlooked the ancient Roman town of Pompeii.
Oh, I've read my Edward Gibbon, I have. I know all about the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. It was during the reign of Emperor Vespasian, or was it Titus? Now, I can never keep my Flavians straight.
Yeah. You're going to want to go ahead and get started by preparing this deck to make sure that certain cards come up at certain times. Then each player will get a hand of 4 cards. Now, the game really plays out in 2 acts, and the first act, you're pretty much just going to be populating the board.
But how do we do that, Mr. Cody? I'm only a silly boy.
Each player has these wooden pieces of a certain color. These pieces represent citizens of Pompeii. Now, on your turn, when you play a card, it corresponds to a building on the board. You can then place one of your pieces in that building. Then, you draw a new card from the deck.
Yeah, play a card, put your piece on a building, draw a card. Got it. But what about the volcano? I want to see eruptions, destruction, lava, death in horrible, horrible ways.
I'm getting to that, Tolliver.
Tolliver Whist.
Right, I'm getting to that. Now, for several turns, you and your friends will be putting various pieces on the board. Then, after several rounds, someone will draw this, the first AD 79 card.
A volcano! This is it! Fiery death and destruction! Molten earth burning up! The folding of the tectonic plates on top of each other resulting in molten lava! Ash billowing from the skies! Suffocating the earth in living death!
No, this just moves us into the next phase of the game. We're still populating the board.
Oh, I see. That's pretty swell, I guess.
Now, when you place a piece on the board, you can also place their relatives.
I wish I had relatives. Maybe, Mr. Cody, you could adopt?
When you place a piece in a building, you can see how many pieces of whatever color are already there. Then, you can place additional pieces of your color equal to that amount in other buildings of the same color, or on these neutral color buildings.
More people, more buildings. Got it.
Also, from now on, when you draw a card, you may draw one of these, an omen card.
But what does an obscure 1976 movie starring Gregory Peck have to do with it?
No, you don't understand. When you draw the omen card, you get to pick one of your opponent's pieces from the board and throw it into the volcano.
Yes, finally, real carnage!
The game continues on like this for several more rounds, with players placing the citizens and their relatives on the board and occasionally throwing enemies into the volcano. And this goes on until somebody draws the second 79 AD card.
Does it mean the volcano?
Yes, Tolliver. Now the volcano finally erupts.
Oh, glorious day! You're all dead! What happens next, Master Cody?
First, players discard all of their cards, and then they reach into this bag and begin to pull out lava tiles. After the initial lava tile placement, which is dependent upon matching these symbols with the corresponding symbols on the board, the game really begins. On your turn, you now reach into the bag and take out a tile. You can place it anywhere that is adjacent to other tiles with the same symbol. You want to place it on a space where there are a lot of your opponent's pieces. When you place a tile on other people's pieces, or if there's no escape route for those pieces, you throw them into the volcano.
Wait, an escape route?
Yes, you see, after you place a tile, you can move 2 of your pieces toward the city gates, located at various spots along the city walls. You can move your piece equal to the amount of pieces located in your piece's starting space. For instance, if you start in a space with a total of 3 pieces, of whatever color, you can move your piece 3 spaces.
I see. So the point of the game is to get the most amount of pieces of your colour out of the city before they get gobbled up by hot lava.
Now you're catching on, Tolliver.
Tolliver Whist? So what do you think of this game, Mr. Cody?
First of all, Downfall of Pompeii is a very unique game. There's not a lot going on in that first act. You're just putting pieces on the board. The relatives are a nice touch in that it gives you a few more options. And those omen cards are a lot of fun because they allow you to toss your enemy's pieces into the volcano. But when that second volcano card comes into play, the game just becomes magic. It's a race. It's a race to see who can screw over his opponents first. You will learn to dread when an opponent reaches into that bag and pulls out the tile, and then you'll cry with relief when you realize that tile can't be placed on any of your pieces. It's a lot of fun.
Lava tiles!
There's also a real strategic dilemma you wouldn't expect from this game. Do you move your pieces near the gates out first in the hopes of getting them to safety quickly? Or do you try to get those pieces that are inside the city toward the gate so that they can get out eventually? It's a decision you will sweat every turn.
You know what my favourite part is, Master Cody?
Let me guess, throwing the pieces into the volcano?
How do you know my heart so well?
There is something really fun, albeit morbid, about tossing those pieces into the volcano.
A horrible historical tragedy has never been so much fun! Except maybe World War II. There are a lot of good games about World War II.
Living in a Roman town, things were peaceful and so safe and sound, safe and sound. Who'd have thunk it, baby, who'd have guessed? We'd all be killed like members who oh, there it goes, it really knows. The volcano, oh, Downfall of Pompeii. In 79, Anno Domini. Your neighbors once were so nice, now they play at human sacrifice. Lava is flowing and the mantle boils. All big explosion and your tongue is soiled, Oh, there it goes, about to blow. The volcano, oh, Downfall of Pompeii. In 79, Anno Domini. Oh, we're all mummified by a rolling cloud of ash as our flesh and bones are fried. Oh, our frames, you can see them. Future generations choose our hell as their museum. Living in a Roman town, it's so hard to keep the body count down. Lava and ash make things a mess. Who knows the town about the yes. Oh, there it goes, the volcano. It really blows, Oh, Downfall of Pompeii. In 79, Anno Domini.
So our recommendation for Downfall of Pompeii is buy it.
Buy it. But please, sir, may I have some more?
More? You want more?
More games! More competition!
Do you really want to review another game, Tolliver? Sorry, Tolliver Whist.
I surely do, Mr. Cody.
Well, since we just destroyed a city, maybe we should try to build one.
Build a city? Whatever do you mean, Mr. Cody?
Building a city is at the heart of Machi Koro from IDW Games.
Machi Koro. That sounds like a Japanese game. Is it a Japanese game, Mr. Cody?
It is!
Oh.
In Machi Koro, 2 to 4 players attempt to build a city using cards, coins, and dice. Now each player gets 4 landmark cards placed face down, they're under construction, and 2 face-up cards, a wheat field and a bakery.
Mr. Cody, why does the wheat field have a number 1 up top and the bakery have a number 2 and a 3 up top? Are the colours significant?
Very astute, Tolliver. The first thing you do on your turn is roll a dice. Then you look and compare the number rolled with the numbers on your cards. Now, if you have a blue card, like your wheat field, it doesn't matter who rolled the 1. You or another player. Everyone gets 1 coin. As for the bakery and all the other green cards, only the person that rolls the 2 or the 3 gets to collect the coins.
But what's the point collecting coins?
You can use your coins to purchase more buildings from the supply. You can see the cost of the card down in the corner. There are more blue and green building cards, but there are also red restaurant cards.
What do they do? Steal coins from other players?
Exactly!
Whoa!
For instance, if you have a 3 and another player has a cafe which has a 3 on it, you'd have to give him a coin. If multiple players have the cafe, you'd have to give them each a coin. Also, you can buy purple cards from the supply, which allow you to get coins from other players, but only when you roll the dice.
So you roll the dice and money changes hands, just like Vegas. But what's the point of the game, Mr. Cody? What's all the building?
The goal of Machi Koro is to be the first to build up all 4 of your landmarks. They cost a lot of coins, so in order to do it first, you'll have to build up your town, since that's the only way to get coins. When completed, each landmark also offers certain advantages.
Oh, Machi Koro!
So what do you think of the game, Tolliver Whist?
I can't believe so much fun comes from a game that's so little. I mean, it's about buying cards, but it's about so much more. But it's about rolling dice, but it's about so much more. There's a real creative element as I choose which buildings I want to build, and I really like seeing my city evolve. Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Darwin. I also like how I can screw my friends over with the red cards. The game really has a Settlers of Catan type of feel, in that everyone is anxiously anticipating what everyone else has rolled.
You played Settlers of Catan, Tolliver Whist?
I'm from 19th century London, Cody, not the moon.
Right, so what's your recommendation?
I'll have to say, buy it.
I have to agree. Buy it.
Machi Koro, it's Japanese. Machi Koro, what does it mean? Machi Koro, tell me if you please. By playing this game, I'm assuming that it means to build the city of your dreams. Trains and factories, all are Japanese, all the fishing and white wings, build the city of your dreams. Machi Koro, let me roll the dice. Machi Koro, in Japan they eat a lot of rice. Machi Koro, still don't know what it means. Played with cars that are red, yellow and green, and purple. Trains and factories, all are Japanese, all the fishes and white wings, build the city of your dreams. Cafes, bakeries, all are Japanese. Machi Koro, if you please, build the city of your dreams. Machi Koro, you get to be the boss. Machi Koro, pass the wasabi sauce. Machi Koro, build a better world. Machi Karo, full of the geisha girls. Trains and factories, all are Japanese, all the fishes and white things, build the city of your dreams. Cafes, bakeries, all are Japanese. Machi Karo, if you please, build the city of your dreams. Stadiums and TVs, all are Japanese. Apple Orchard shopping mall, as the mayor make the call.
Boy! Boy!
Oh
where are you,
no! That's the
boy?
director of the orphanage. He's come to take me away and beat me. But I've got a friend in you, Mr. Cody. I shall hide and I'll have you engage in a game of misdirection and subterfuge.
Boy, I say, have you seen a boy around here? A fellow? It's time for his beating!
He's over there.
Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I'll be dying. Once a year I wind up in the bed.
Lava! Following billowing clouds of ash swallowing the earth in fire and destruction! A volcano! This is it! Yes! Oh, the molten lava burning people up, the ash billowing from the skies, suffocating the earth in living death! I missed a lot of it.